Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I've just got a super quick video to show you. A few days ago I posted a video of me sorting out the set of drawers that I'd picked up on a craft haul, and it was full of loads of different crafting papers and toppers and things, and we sorted it out together. It's fantastic. I've got one whole clear drawer ready to fill with things, let's be honest. But I'd popped a load of things to one side and said I was going to put it into a folder with the potential of making this maybe a challenge or something, maybe for next year. And lots of people have asked me what exactly I've done with it, and they wanted to take a look at how I'd sort of sorted this out, I guess. So I just wanted to jump on and show you very quickly what I've done. Now, I apologise for the state of this folder. It's a really old folder. The actual binder part inside works perfectly fine. So while it still holds my papers and things, I'm determined to keep it until I absolutely have to get rid of it. It just doesn't look very pretty from the front. But we're not interested in the front of this, are we? Let's be honest. So let's open this up and take a look. So the last time you'll have seen all of this chunk of papers, it was just in a pile, totally unorganized. And I spent the rest of my evening, after I'd sorted out the room, with a couple of packs of Polly Pockets, these plastic folders, the pile of papers. I switched on the television and I've sorted through all of it and popped it in here. Now, I knew it was a very big pile of papers before I'd even started. This is the state of it, and I'm hoping this kind of fits in the camera view. So this is a humongous pack. My plan is, and I'm dubious to make a full-blown commitment, not because I'm afraid of commitment at all, but with the way my health's going at the minute, it's a little bit up and down, and I don't want to make a promise that I'm going to do something if I then have to take a step back. I did that with the Chris's Craft Challenge, which at the time I absolutely, like, my promise was to do that every week. And I kept that promise for so long until I got poorly, and I've just not been able to keep that. But I am determined to get through this. So it's more than likely going to be a project challenge type thing for next year. There's a possibility I may start it this year. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, if I'm honest, but I need to get down this. And if this is your first video with me and you have no idea what I'm talking about, please do head over to my channel and check out some of my latest videos. But there's just so much in here, and I've got to get it reduced down a lot. So the way that I've organized it, so what I did was any pieces of cardstock or paper stock or anything that had duplicates in, they have been split up generally. I've tried to make it so that each Polly Pocket is like a video or like a set of cards or something. So these at the front are just random bits and pieces. So I've got like that. We've got the anagram sets in here. We've got this that I think just chop it up and make 4 beautiful cards. These are some die cuts. Anything that doesn't have any matching cardstock to, I'll just match it up with bits and pieces that I've already got in my stash. This is one to finish off. I've already made a card out of these, and then I've got a brand new set of that as well, so they're in there. So that has the toppers and the matching cardstock. We have a panda version as well, so I've done the same there. These ones, so the same designer in here, and we have the butterfly version as well. So this makes some layered decoupage cards. Again, we've got some more layered decoupage here, but these are all die cut. This is a random part piece of toppers. That's a video in itself. We have this one that I can put together. This is a this was a paper kit, came from a magazine. I wasn't overly chuffed with it, if I'm honest. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just it's all paper, including the toppers, which makes them a little bit difficult when I like to do a lot of like layering. I like to put a lot of decoupage in there, and it's just you can't put this up on foam because it's so thin, it will rip and damage. So that's in there, it'll make a video. Some random toppers, some random cat things. These look to have been printed by the lady, so these are just in here to work through, probably on the same video. And again, these are the same. I think she printed these are out, and she used just either plain card, like that's plain, but some of these have been printed onto some cardstock that I'm guessing she just didn't find use out of. I may be wrong. I mean, if you know what any of this is all quite, this is older stuff. Because it came from a craft clearance, I have no idea what any of it is. Then this next lot, and this is a right chunk of stuff, is a load of toppers and papers and cardstock and stuff that came from Craft Channel Productions Limited. And I've got multiples of these. This is a part used topper set. I cannot find the cardstock to match. Like, I've got some of them, so I have four. I have 4 sets of this. I've got 4 sets of the toppers, but I can only find 3 sets of the matching cardstock. So the full sheets have the cardstock in them. This being a partial sheet, I haven't, and I'll just match it up to something else. So I've got 4 sets of those. This, I think I've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8. I've got 8 full sets. This is a sheet of toppers, 2 sheets of matching cardstock, and I've got 8 of these. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of that. Again, a set of toppers, 2 sheets of cardstock underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 sets of that. 1 sheet of toppers, 2 sheets of cardstock, so I can make loads of cards out of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 of these, so I've got 7 of this with the telephone. Again, sheet of toppers and 2 sheets of cardstock. I think I've got 8 of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I've got 7 sheets of this one. Quite fun. Again, toppers and cardstock in there. So she must have got them from kits and things. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, which I think are fabulous for masculine cards. Can't believe I didn't see these or notice these before. These are a set of toppers. And if you was watching that video, if you have watched that video, you'll know that I found some really beautiful, like not watercolor, acrylic, I guess, background card paper stock, and I didn't know what there was too, and they were really beautiful. When I was actually sorting this, I realised that this faded background here is that cardstock. So I've matched those up with that, and then we have 4 of this. Again, it matches up to one of the painted cardstock, so I've matched those up. I do randomly have 4 other painted cardstocks that must match up to a set of toppers somewhere, but I don't think I have the toppers. I can't find them. So she may have used those toppers separately. So that's all of that. Then I sorted out all the polyam pickerings. They've all got their own individual Polly Pocket. I have put them in order. So these first ones are the African Safari. They just need matching up to some papers and cardstocks and things that I've got. Then we've got a few of these garden visitors. I don't think they're full. I think these have been partially used. Like, they're full sheets of toppers, but I think there was probably more topper sheets. Garden visitors. And then I've got just a couple of these sketchbook collections, best of breeds. I've got that one, and that's it. So they're all together. Then the next ones I've put together are the crafting lives. These do need cutting out. They're not die cut. but there's lots of like easy shapes. Those are going to be a little bit more difficult, but I figured they could go together. And then oh, it's just so heavy. And then finally I put all the Kanbans towards the back. Again, these are all topper sheets. Some of them are full, some of them are part used. They're all really beautiful. They'll make some stunning cards. Got two of those, but there's so many. What have we got? We've got 7 toppers on there. And then we've got, these are all just Kanban sheets that I thought were really, really good. And just need using up. Match them with some of my papers and cardstock and things. And I've got some really beautiful cards. So yeah, that's kind of all I've done really, is I've just paired them all up, put them in these Polly Pockets, put them in a bit of an order so that I know roughly where things are, and then I'll just grab this folder out. I'm not sure, maybe once a week, maybe, I don't know whether this will replace Chris's Craft Challenge and be what I do on a Sunday. I'm not sure, I'm really not sure. But I do need to get down this. I need to get down a lot of my craft supplies, to be honest. But this is just one of the, because they're things that I haven't picked myself, they are things that I inherited through the craft clearance. I just kind of want to get down them a little bit. There's some beautiful things in there. Like, really excited to use some of those like topper sets and that. They're very pretty, very fun, and I think there's some good ones in there for like kids cards. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. Don't get me wrong, it took me a while to sort through, pair up, put in the Polly Pockets and things, but I put the telly on and I was quite happy. So let me know what you think. Maybe once a week, I'm not sure. As much as we're still very much in 2024, I do want to start thinking about what I'm going to do for the channel next year. And some of that does play into how my health is, making that commitment, but also I want to make sure that I keep my videos going for you guys. And I absolutely love doing this. Like, I know lots of people said come back when you're ready and that, but in all honesty, the month that I took off to look after myself, I was honestly just like, get me in that craft room. I need to go and craft. I wanted to come into here so bad. And what I'm trying to do is just document a lot of the things that I'm doing so that you can see the day-to-day stuff. So yeah, we'll work through this, probably next year's challenge, maybe start this year, maybe it'll become my Sunday thing, maybe not, I'm not sure. I've got a few ideas floating around there that I want to do next year. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope it helps you just to make sense of some of the things that I do and some of the ways in which I organised it. I do need to find a home for this folder. It's very chunky, and I'm looking at my shelf, and I don't know if I've got room for a very chunky folder, but I'll find somewhere for it. I'm sure it can go somewhere. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, also please do hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions on maybe some of the things that I organise, let me know. I'm more than happy to do some videos. As promised, around Christmas, New Year, I will do a new tour of the craft room, because while the furniture hasn't changed, I couldn't put it anywhere else even if I tried. There is a lot more in here than I had before, and I have had to move some of the cubes around a little bit just to make room. Probably really ought to do it again, actually, looking at it. So I will do another tour of the room. But thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and happy crafting.